Hey guys, this week's video is dedicated to all our brothers and sisters in the land of Israel. This week's Torah portion, Parsha Chukat, begins with a famous commandment. It's famous because it's mysterious, and that is the mitzvah of the Para Aduma, the mitzvah of the red heifer. What makes it mysterious? It's given as the classic example of a chok, of a mitzvah that we don't have a rationale for. What we would call irrational. And what makes it so mystifying that even the greatest and wisest of men like King Solomon were mystified by this mitzvah is that the red heifer basically consisted of somebody who became ritually, spiritually impure by coming in contact with a dead body. And the way they became purified was by mixing the ash of a totally red cow with water, and the priest who would sprinkle it on them, he himself, by doing this purification, would become spiritually impure. And this was mystifying. And I came across, there was this, a lady was writing about her spiritual journey in Judaism. And she writes that she was once at a synagogue where the sermon was very interactive. People can interrupt, etc. And the rabbi was giving a sermon based on this week's Torah portion, Parsha Chukat, on the red heifer. And somebody stood up and said, what is this, Nazi Germany, that we just follow things irrationally, that we just follow things blindly without understanding? We just, because somebody commanded us to? And this really bothered her, and she stood up and she said, how can you compare something like that? But as she went through her journey in Judaism, it even crystallized herself even more. And that is that we tend to deem things, especially with Judaism, into two categories. There's the rational, and then there's the irrational. Things I understand, things I don't understand. We do that in life as well, by the way. Right? Things we understand, things we don't understand. The problem with that much certainty when we deem something irrational is that it gives us permission to dismiss it. We become dismissive of it. It's irrational. I don't need to deal with it. I don't need to engage with it. I don't need to do anything further with this. It cuts off all curiosity, all exploration. The other issue with it is how selective we are when it comes to things that we dismiss as irrational. Because in our own life, we do things that are irrational all the time. We eat things that we know are not good for us. We do things that we know are not good for us. We might do something negative in order to try and bring some positivity into our life. We do things that could be deemed irrational all the time. Yet when it comes to Judaism, if we deem something irrational, we tend to be more dismissive. It's like a freedom. I don't really understand. I don't relate to this. Next. The mitzvah of Para Aduma, of the red heifer, is not irrational. It's super rational. It's beyond our human understanding, but it's not irrational. It's a part of our relationship with Hashem that is so much more than based on what we can grasp. It's not just based on what our brain can grasp. It's based on our relationship with Hashem, which is all-encompassing. There's a beautiful tradition. If anyone's been to a traditional Jewish wedding, there's a beautiful tradition that is the bedeket, where the groom puts a veil over the face of the bride. This is a beautiful idea representing the idea that the groom is saying, I'm marrying all of you, not just the knowable things that I can see, but the parts of you I haven't discovered yet. And that's what a relationship is, because there are parts of us we don't even know about yet. Right? That's the complexity of human life. And when we go into a relationship, we're embracing all of it. The parts of you that I know and the parts of you that I don't know, or maybe you don't even know. When we receive the Torah at Mount Sinai, we embrace that full relationship with God. The parts of us of God that we did get and we did understand and we related to right away, and the parts that were hidden, that were covered. Parts that were super rational, that were beyond us. It's a greater level. And so whenever we face a challenge, which is kind of that covered idea, something's hidden, before dismissing it as, I'm not dealing with this, it's irrational, illogical, leave yourself open. Leave yourself open to seeing what you can learn from it. Don't dismiss it so out of hand. Shabbat Shalom.